All right. Everybody, welcome back to another Beyond the Rhythm podcast. I'm your host, Benito from Way Higher Music. I have my co-host here, Asia the Writer. And we have a special guest tonight, Miss Alexandria White. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So we usually just start off the show giving everybody the opportunity to tell the audience a little bit about yourself. So why don't you go ahead and let us know?
Well, hey everybody, my name is Alexandria White. I currently live in Jacksonville. If you're here, swing by. I am a marketing major, a small business owner, and a creative. And while I'm here, I'm hoping I can drop some tidbits that'll help you out on your social media journey.
Awesome.
Definitely. So let's see here. So where did your love and your interest in what you do now start?
It started, I'm gonna be honest, it started when you know how your parents kind of make you their assistant. My parents made me their assistant for a lot of the things that they've done throughout their life. And being in the military, I've also done the same. And being able to make others look good, marketing has been a forte of mine. When they're looking at one direction, I was able to look at multiple facets and kind of bring all that together with the head person and just make it the best possible collab that I could. So I still do that to this day.
Okay, that's awesome. So how did you make the jump to, I guess, where you are now? Because you're a business owner. So how did you make that jump, I guess?
I've always had a business, actually. My parents let me start my business at the age of 15. The original business was called Hooking It Up because I used to crochet hats, scarves, and blankets for United Way. I would donate them, but throughout the year, I'd sell them for $40 and just continued from there. Every time I could start another business, I would roll into another one. And right now, we are at the business of Teals Gold, a small stationery shop. It was manageable while being active duty in the military. I try my best to not go so big because of the military schedule, but since I get out this year, I can go as big as I want, and I will. Yes.
Great. That speaks a lot, to your character. A lot of people who have full-time jobs and they make enough, to live. They're not trying to do nothing extra, but, to meet somebody who has aspirations and getting it done, that's definitely commendable.
Thank you.
So I guess, you had these businesses, you had your parents in your life as these great influences.
Yes.
Did you start off business first and then learn the marketing or get interested in the marketing, or was it marketing first, then business?
Business first, then marketing. What happened is, lucky for you guys, trial by error. I learned a lot over the last, how old am I? 31? I'm going to say 15 years. I've learned a lot. And with that trial and error, I've actually made PowerPoints of what you should do. And I do not recommend going business route first. I recommend learning everything you can, becoming an influencer and everything like that first before you jump into the business. Because imagine paying taxes for something like that you don't even know what you're doing. There's no reason to put yourself in that position. So with the businesses I've had, it's always been, I put business before learning how to ship things properly, shipping on time, quality products, learning how long it takes you to make things and promising stuff that don't get there on time. So I feel like that you should not do business first. That should be not your final step, but there's a lot to learn before that.
Okay.
Got you.
Wow. So Alex, I know a lot of your work is centered a lot around marketing and social media managing. Yes. Can you talk about that, the importance of that, especially for artists out there?
Yes, especially for artists. Social media is not going away. It is a key point of how businesses are now being able to reach the largest amount of people they've ever have. And if you're trying to reach, or your music is trying to reach, you also need to do the same, because there's a lot of people in competition with you. And I hear, and I've spoken to a couple of artists where they're like, sorry, I don't like social media. I say, well, then you also don't like money. You also don't like discovery. You also don't there's a lot of things you are missing. There are so many opportunities on the table, that can benefit you. Something as simple as creating your own t-shirt. If you don't put your logo on your own t-shirt and sell that, or give it out as gifts when you go, do a pop-up somewhere, those are things people remember, they keep. And I'm big on keepsakes. My stationery shop is focused on giving out items that people don't want to throw away. And that's what you want to do too. I want to be able to put your song on repeat. Asia, I have 3 of your songs on my playlist already. And it's been there for the last year. So that's what you want. You want people to remember you, and you want them to be there. And that's what social media does for you. The importance, that's the importance. But other than the importance, you need to be good at it. You are no longer allowed to post mediocre content and think that that's okay. You want to learn. There's a difference in mediocre and learning how to do things, but taking people on the ride with you. When you take people on the ride with you, they understand your learning and they appreciate you learning. And that allows them to feel like they've been a part of your journey. And that's what you want. You want to build a connection. There are plenty of businesses that don't form connections and still make money, but more than likely it's based off of quality of product or a fad. You don't want to be a fad. You want to hop on fads and still be long-term. That's what you want to do. So you want to be like, oh snap, you did that dance on TikTok, but I still like those 4 songs you released after. You don't want to be like, oh, I just remember them from that.
Wow.
You want to create some type of quality. And the one way you create quality is how to. People have been searching more of what's this and how to do this. Because let's be real, parents are not teaching their children how to do things anymore. So now we get YouTube to do it. You want to be that person they search for. You want to be like, oh man, I don't like going to work on Mondays and I really want a soulful artist to kind of soothe how I'm feeling right now. You want them to think of you when they think of it, or I'm going out on Friday with my friends. Who can get me in that mood to go out with my friends? You want to be in the forefront of their mind, and that's how you can do it. You trick them basically in a good way.
Yeah, and I think I speak for all of us here when I say we're really trying to get there. I know Benito, he's been posting a lot like that, and
keep it up. Consistency is key, Benito.
Yeah,
trying.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. I definitely understand the importance of social media, and not just as an artist or producer, but anything in the future. I know my kids are probably, by the time they get older, their college interviews might be their social media pages. So
that's true.
It's definitely something I think that is a skill for the future. So definitely needed. So I guess give us a little idea about what you do if someone brings you in to kind of help out with the social media and the marketing side. Like what are some of the first things you're looking at? What are you trying to accomplish for them, and how do you go about it?
So what I do, and I'll be honest, I do not, and I'll put this disclaimer, I do not post for you. When you come to me, my job is to analyze what you've been doing, what you could do, and talk to you about your goals of where you want to go. When that happens, we curate the best platform for you and the best way that you can put out the information you want to. And if you have no idea, then we completely break everything down step by step. I worked with someone who didn't want to open social media because they said it gives them anxiety. So if that's a problem, one way it helps is to repost other people's. Like, let's say, Asia, you love horses. You probably have 5, but don't feel comfortable on camera to show them or yourself. So you would post other people's videos on your page, so that way people know that your page would be curated to this. And you slowly go into, here's mine. And then you go into, this is the brush I used. This is the comb I used. This is the food that I fed them, and it's been working. I tried this for 30 days. You can go into that slowly to where you're comfortable. And again, people love to be on the journey with you. So I do help them with that. I go through, I have a chart where it's 30 days of building your followers, 30 days of content. So with the 30 days of content, you'll be posting at least once a day, possibly more. And it helps you realize the consistency in the programs that you need to put in place to be consistent. So imagine, because I'm gonna say this, I'm busy, right? I cannot do all of those things every day. So what would I do? I'd batch content. 1 week, a month. You'd batch content, change your outfit, make as many videos as you want, take as many pictures, record whatever else you need to, like I craft. So I'm constantly showing my hands. My nails are done at all times, and I try my best to only record when they're freshly done so they look nice on camera. That means that 1-2 weeks out of a month, your nails look fine before they grow out and you need a fill. That's how you create your content, and you do stuff in advance. When it comes to that and you batch the content, there are social media platforms that actually post for you. Yeah, you probably want to do 1 week a month where you're doing something for your business and chill for the next 3. That's an easy one for your social media program. Literally batch content for 1 week, schedule it. Hey, I'm gonna post twice a week. Here's everything, and just let it do itself. Schedule it, done. That's what I do with my emails. Every month we have here our emails here. These are the sales. This is the tip of the week, and they're scheduled, done. So I don't have to worry about it. You can focus on other stuff. You can network. Networking is important. And a lot of people either network or post content. It's really hard for people to do both. One always falls by the wayside. So that helps as well.
Definitely.
Man, that's good information.
Thank you.
Because like, as an artist, I think a lot of us don't really think like that in depthly about, our posting and how we're doing it. So
yeah. So I would say leave your day-to-day posting in your stories. People love to see what you're doing throughout the day, and that's super easy content on your drive to work. People still watch that mess. It's super simple. Get a dash, get a little car holder and put your phone up there and record. Because I'm gonna say for me, I live in Florida. The sky is beautiful majority of the time. I try to post one at least once a week on my way to work. Sky looks beautiful. I actually went live during Hurricane Ian to show them before the hurricane when the sky is always red. Easy content. Did it. I was outside like, look. Easy. So leave that, but your actual quality content you want to schedule out. And when you can schedule, start off with doing every quarter. If you can schedule out every quarter of what you want to do, what you do is you pick a goal, pick a topic that you kind of want to hit on. Everybody knows it takes 3, and I'm going to say realistically 3 months to actually put a habit in place. Think of your posting as a habit that you need to do. So for that 3 months, be like, okay, we are going into a recession. I want to show people how music can soothe the soul of those who are going through anxiety and depression right now. Whatever type of little shorts you want with lyrics that will touch people because it touched you. Get a nice beat, and you could do something as simple as walking down the street with that song playing in the background. And there you go. That's a content. That was easy for you to do. That's something you planned in advance and is scheduled and ready to go, and you're good. Because imagine if emergencies happen and you go MIA for 2 months. What you gonna do then?
Right.
So you want to have a backup plan. So for me, I take trips overseas. With those trips, I don't tell nobody I'm going, and I curate a travel box. My travel box, people will be like, when did you go? I had to batch content, so you didn't know I was going.
Right.
So
okay.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I think sometimes with social media is not, I think when you first start off in it, you're kind of looking at what people are doing and you don't really understand the what's behind it, like the why and what people are doing and why it works. So can you tell us as artists what should be our mindset when we're posting? Like, of course everybody has their own style, they're gonna be doing different things, but what is the overall goal we should have in our mind when we're making our content, we're posting?
Honestly, as an artist, and I'll say this, it is specific to your branding. What do you want to be branded as? So if you're a singer, if you're a rapper, if you're hardcore, if you want to be soft, if you want to do lounge music, you have to know what your image is going to look like. And when I sit down with people, I did sit down with one of y'all's artists and I was like, what are your brand colors? What's your font? What picture do you want to use? What merchandise do you want to release? And we went through that entire package of what actually do you want people to see you as? Because people confuse brand with you as a person, right? That's not necessarily the same thing. Your brand could be different from you. Me, I'm an extrovert when I have to be. Other than that, I am sitting in this room writing, okay? I ain't talking to nobody. Okay, my kids got to come tap me like, hey, mom, you okay? Like, yeah. Oh, I didn't say nothing for the last 3 hours, but let me have to go out and promote my business, and I'm a chatterbox. So you do have to understand the difference of what you want your brand to be, and not just you. People really are into. I know they say be authentic, but don't be too authentic. Okay. No, not saying we didn't come here to see you, but we need to know what we're going to see when we do think of you. And the brand needs to be consistent. So if you're saying I am, or let's go Asia. Asia, you're a singer, correct?
Mhm.
So with that, your brand, and I'm gonna say just from me watching your social media, you post a lot of sports. I do not sit here and think that you are going to a gala with me in heels, and like I don't see that. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, and I'm not saying that you won't do it. I'm saying that's not what you put out. So if that's not what you put out, that's not what I see. That's not what I'm coming to you for.
Right.
So I would say if I'm going to help you with that, you need to answer that question. And the number one question is, who are you as a brand? Do not put who are you as a person, who are you as a brand? And when you figure out what your brand is, we can literally branch off to 15 different streams of income. Because people think, oh, I'm just going to sing and sell music. Oh, no, you're not. You're going to get an ebook. You're going to have merchandise. There's a lot of things you can
Talking
put
that
out.
good stuff right now.
Right? So
yeah.
So, you want to bring all that in. You don't want to be like, I made a song today and that was cool. No, you don't. You want to make a song. You want to make sure that, of course, as a producer, that it hit the spots. What I do whenever I hear any of y'all's music is I listen for the feelings I have and see if your song goes with the feelings I have when I have it. Like, I forgot who dropped the song. When y'all dropped the song, and every single feeling I had, it happened in the song. And I was like, yes, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted right there. Like, I could feel like, I was like, there better be a drop right here because I'm ready to turn up. Oh, and there we go. You want people to be that excited. So get to know you. If you don't know you, look at what you want to be. There's a whole bunch of inspiration in the world. Look at what you want, try to bring it into your life, make it work for you. And the best way to do that is to start implementing that. What I will say is, don't be fake. How do you put it? Be cautious of what the internet is. Things don't leave here, and there's a lot of cancel culture, and there's a lot of people who have no life who will do whatever they can to make sure you don't either. When it comes to that, I do not encourage people to consistently tell the truth. Okay? And I'm not saying that in a lie way. I'm saying that and learn to keep your mouth shut. Everything don't deserve an answer. Okay? You do not need to reply to every comment. We have the power of a block and remove button. Use it. Who cares if they're like, oh, she removed my comment, and I should. Why you messing up my flow? This is mine. Now, I will say, when you open up yourself to social media, you have decided to allow other people into that portion. So make sure that portion is, one, something you can keep up, and two, something you're proud of. There are people who use social media as a weapon. You don't want to be stuck in there. You also don't want to be caught in a lie. I had one lady that she was so upset she wasn't picked for this team that she confessed to not being able to be her most authentic self because she thought they would pick her if she did this. And I said, so unfollow. You just told me you've been lying to me this whole year to be picked for something that women's rights and Black people's rights and nobody else's rights were more important than stickers and paper. Like, people really start to hear what you say and put it together. You don't want to be caught in that. You want to be consistent. If you need to be Beyonce and pop in occasionally, make it worth it. Okay? If you need to not do interviews because you know you're going to say something that's going to get you caught up, type a blog. Okay? Put yourself in the best position to keep going. So that's what I look for whenever I try to help people, is what's the best way we can portray to you, but to maximize it on all levels. What else can you bring? If you like to rap, but you also love to get back to the community, put that in there too.
Okay.
So That's what
Wow.
I can see Asia, the rapping basketball fan, or the singing basketball
I
fan.
know.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a niche, you know.
Yeah. Think about
Might
like in my mind, what happens is like I'll hear a song, I go with the feelings that I feel in hopes that the song continues with the wave of my feelings. And then me personally, I'd be like, ooh, what TikTok dances can I put to this? What part of this song could have a dance if it needed one? How can we make them go viral? It just keep flowing with me.
gotcha.
I love that.
Yes.
Alex, we're gonna talk offline, all right?
For sure,
Okay.
for
Hit me
sure.
in my DMs.
Go ahead, Asia, because I got a whole bunch of questions. I keep going all night, but
I
I'm sure you
can.
got
I got
something else you
time.
want. Sure,
I
you
got
got something else
time.
you want to ask.
No.
Let's see. Do you have any, Benito? Do you have any other questions in this realm that we're in right now? So
I mean, we touched on so many good things, you know,
I know.
consistency,
Yes.
perspective, branding. Like there's so many things that us as artists and producers, you know, I think a lot of people kind of have a misconception of, you know, what it means to be an independent artist, an independent business person. Like we see some people having success and we don't realize how many people they really have working with them or for
Yeah.
them. Like this is a large undertaking to try to create, to promote, to manage, to
Network.
network, to do
I,
everything, you
I
know.
got advice on that too. So
That's
make sure you curate the right circle around you
yeah,
because you're going to have those feelings. And being an entrepreneur, and I'm going to say specifically an artist, is hard. To do that and keep up the momentum, to keep the consistency, to keep up the positivity is hard. And when you don't have people in your corner that's going to talk you through it, help you through it, push you through it, and to keep going, because people can talk you out of stuff, you will not make it. You will not, and I'm saying that seriously, you will not make it if your circle is not there for you or the right people for you.
yeah.
I would evaluate your friends before you do anything else on social media because they can also get you thrown out of places. Who you associate with is also a problem or an asset.
That's true.
So when you're looking at all of these feelings that you're having, because you now have to wear all of these hats at the same time, when you cannot manage your time and your emotions, you got a problem. And you do need to do that. So make sure you prioritize your self-care. Make sure you prioritize the friends you have. I'm not saying get rid of them. Move them to a different category. I make sure my friends are in different categories for different stuff. Everybody ain't for everything. Stop trying to make that friend who like to cuss you out every other week, trying to be your best friend and your number one fan in the stands. They can be 5 rows back. They ain't got to be in the front. You don't want them to embarrass you on camera. Send them to the back. You don't want those feelings to stop you from what you know to be true. Now, there is a caveat to that. When you don't put in the work. So some people think I'm going to make music or I'm going to produce, and that's all you're going to do. You are wrong. And I'm saying that straight to everybody's face. You are wrong. You will not be able to just do that. You do have to learn how business works. You do have to know how social media works. You do have to know how to communicate to people. The list goes on. When you do not learn how these things work, you are succumbed to scams. You are succumbed to bad business deals. You say things that make no sense to people who know what they mean, but then you're also pushing out bad information. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be in the realm of the internet where people can go back and be like, you remember that time you said that you needed blah, blah, blah for this? Well, I Googled it and it doesn't say that. You better Google what you say before you say it. Don't be that person.
Yeah.
Don't be inaccurate on purpose. Like
I forgot about that part. Yeah, you got to be the PR person. You got to be your own lawyer. You got to be your own accountant. Like, is there so much? But I love it personally. You know, like I love growing and
I love it.
You know, I love just being able to look into so many different facets of business and you know, whatever it may be. So
but if you're gonna be solo, everybody, like, you're gonna have to learn it. Like, I don't like taking product photos. So I'm gonna go get somebody from a college to come do it for me. I've been doing it, but I feel it could be better. I realize I don't have enough time to sit here and retake all my product photos. So I'm gonna get somebody else to do it. If you know you're not good at something and don't have time to learn it, please outsource. Don't just let it crush your business.
For real.
Yeah,
Don't do
true.
that.
Yeah, it's all about, finding the right people and the right team. And for me, that's why I'm happy I found DPU, because they're such a great support system, but also talented in all areas. So
far, I think I've liked everybody from DPU that I met. I think I've talked to a good maybe 8 to 10 people.
That's great.
18.
nice.
So that kind of we actually have another question that kind of fits this well. So from what you've seen, I guess more along the lines of people who are artists, but it could be even business. Who do you think are the key people you need in your network to be successful?
I would look at all facets and at least get one person for each. What I've learned is diversity in friendships or work life covers a multitude of circles. When you get everybody who can rap, who gonna sing the hook? When you get everybody that can rap, who gonna push the song out? Y'all just gonna rap with each other and do nothing else. So I would say you would need somebody who is an effective communicator. You need somebody who got pulled. Famous is the best way to go, honestly. Somebody who knows people. I would also say you get people who keep their word. People who keep their word is number one, actually. You want people who will go to bat for you on your team. I had somebody recently was like, look, I don't care what I need to do, but I need to make sure that you win. Oh, well, thank you. That's what you want. You want somebody to say that to you. Who else do you need on your team? You need at least one really hard worker. I'm not saying that they're not talented, but you do need a hard worker. And of course, I'm not even going to say you need talent, because nowadays you can actually learn. I ain't going to say nowadays. You can learn how to do a lot of things.
Definitely.
And you need to be willing and open to learn as well. When you're not, you stay where you at. That's the group of people that you need on your team. So
that's definitely
good.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, can you talk about some of your plans or future plans, aspirations for the future? Some projects you may be working on now?
I have a lot, okay? I'm going to shorten the list. Okay, so as of right now, I get out the military this year. And with that, it'll be my first time not working, right? But not working is in quotations. I won't have a career. What I'll be doing is finishing up my degrees and working on my shop full time. So with my shop, I have a stationery shop called Teals Gold. I'll be working on that for a full year to see how scalable it is. Before, I purposely didn't scale it because I didn't want to not be able to keep up with orders. And now that I'll have time to do so, I'm going to do as much as I can for that. After that, I'll be starting my degree on in architecture, because that helps with getting into multiple facets of design. I'm actually working. So one thing I like to do on the side for fun is event planning. So I am planning a huge event coming up here soon. Depending on how it goes, depends on if I will be throwing events next year.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
All right.
Definitely. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you can tackle it and be successful. So we definitely wish you the best in that.
I'm gonna come back and let y'all know. There's gonna be another year go by and I'm gonna be like, y'all, my event failed.
Nah.
But we'll see.
Do you want to give more information on that event, or?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. If you are in the Jacksonville area, I am getting out of the military with 12 years of service. It's a discharge of service event. So it is red carpet. It is all white and gold. It is video. I have a videographer and photographers that'll be there, and a DJ, and we got swag bags, y'all. We got swag bags.
Okay.
It is called the Wakanda Forever Wakanda Forever Jax event. And with that, I am throwing an event that has at least 200 seats available for the city of Jacksonville to come out. My chain of command will be there to present me with my end of tour award. So we'll have a little military ceremony. I do have sponsorship available, sponsorship agreements that are going out for people who own businesses. If you are an artist and you would like a spot to kind of showcase what you have. Items for the swag bags, we do have that available, probably for like the next 15 days.
Okay, awesome. I know I plan on being there, so
I can't wait to see you in your white, girl.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yes.
So, Alexandria, do you have any hobbies outside of what you do right now? Like, or do you mainly try to incorporate everything you love into, your businesses and stuff like that?
I do try to incorporate everything into my business, which is really hard, by the way. If you're not a big influencer, it's hard for people to be like, why is she doing this all of a sudden? Normally, if people already follow you, they don't care what you do and they'll support, which I learned trial and error, right? So I'm trying to stick with one thing for 2023 for my business, and everything else will be the hobby on the side. So I travel, I dance as well, and I craft plan and pen pal. So pen paling is going to be huge next year. I'll be pushing out pen pal packs to show people how to do it, because helping people learn themselves and to create relationships that are based off of what you want in a person is big to me. I'm in the military where we mandatorily have to like everybody, kind of, right? And I'm not saying I'm not your friend type deal, but I understand the difference. And a lot of people don't, and they be butthurt 24/7. You got to understand what it is. So as far as my hobbies go, I try to incorporate them in my shop. But if I can't, it would be dance. Dance isn't a part of my shop. So I'm going to say dance and traveling. I'll say that.
Cool. Asia, did you want to go ahead and hit her with our last question?
Sure thing. So this is a fun little question we like to ask every guest that comes on. If you could step into the shoes of any creative, kind of see what they do for a day, or just their mindset, who would that be and why?
Oh man, I got two. Can I have two?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I have Hyatt Rita. Hyatt Rita is my favorite influencer on Instagram. To me, she does everything that I want to have the freedom to do. She owns 3 businesses, and I'm all about owning businesses. But they're all curated to things that she likes to do. And like I said before, it is me trying to incorporate everything I like into one area. And that's what she does. Like, she has done it. She's a creative director at Facebook and Instagram, and owns 3 businesses as well. She just launched her own jewelry line. I just bought it to wear to my Wakanda event. So when y'all see me in my jewelry, it is Black owned. Okay. She's from Ghana. She loves to dance like I do. She dances in the mirror every morning. She goes live. And I just feel like the energy that she brings, I want that. And that's just for influencer and business life. When I go over to professional and research and information, that is going to be Gary Vee. And I know y'all know Gary Vee. I don't deliver like he does, but to understand where he's coming from when he says what he says, I never think about what he says until after he done said it. And I'd be like, wait a minute, that do make sense. I never thought of it that way. And I feel like he would drop so many nuggets that I could write a full journal in and go back and look at it, and it'd be useful 10 years from now. So those are my 2 people.
Okay.
Nice picks.
I do have a question for y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, 1 question each of what do you think is a struggle for artists in the industry as far as social media or marketing is concerned that I could answer right now?
Struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that once people get over the initial, I guess it will be branding. Like, I don't think a lot of people understand the mindset or even what it really means to brand yourself. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I can. Short version, Google branding package, fill it out. That's 1. If you haven't done it yet, try it. 2, I would look, what the questions I ask people when it comes to the branding package is, what artists do you want to be like or feel like or you're comparable to. And I'm not saying that as far as the copy, but you need to understand what they've done in that role to get there. So you understand that you can't be like, I'm gonna just be me and release the song in hopes that they like me as much as they like Diddy. Now, what did Diddy have to do to get there? You got to look. So branding to me is how you want other people to see you.
Okay.
When you think about a lot of people internally and not in music, as a person, people are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I messed that up. Now they think I'm crazy. That's you thinking about what they see you as. Branding is you being able to actually make them believe what you put out. This is no longer the assumption of what they thought you did. This is you purposely putting out information to make them think this. You are making them think a certain way, how you want them to see you. That's what I think people should take away from branding.
Great answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess my answer would be artists getting over that anxiety hump of, I guess, not wanting to be in front of the camera, not knowing what to do in front of the camera, getting comfortable with that, I guess.
I have slowly been weaning myself into it. I had realized, I thought, I was so cool that I would be an influencer of my day-to-day life until I realized I don't do nothing. I was like, bruh, I'm in the same sweats I was yesterday. I don't feel like doing my hair. I don't want to I had to put on makeup for this. And I was like, man, so I'm not going to do it. And even if you go to my YouTube channel, I have one video with a voiceover because I'm like, I don't like the way I sound, but I go live every Thursday. Yeah. I think that if you look for the less extreme of what you want to do, work on that, and then build off, it'll help. Because I purposely started going live a year ago to get comfortable with doing a voiceover so I could realize how to interact with people. How are people talking? And I feel if you don't want to show your face, don't. I show my hands. Like probably once a quarter, I show my face on social media, but I do show my hands all the time because I'm writing. That makes sense. So if you don't want to do it, there are ways to get around that, but you do need to move in the realm of getting comfortable. If you don't, let's say you don't like the way you look, there's animation for that. Let's say you like the way you sound and still don't like you don't have the clothes that you want to wear for your brand, then how else would you put that? You have animation. You could do voiceovers to other things. Like I said, you could play your song and then walk down the street. That don't necessarily mean you need to show your face at all. You can literally put the phone on the ground, show your feet walking. There's ways around it, but it does need to lead in the direction of being comfortable with it. Nobody's going to book you as an artist to come do their event and you don't want to be in front of the camera. That is a part of your job. When it comes to social media, you can actually curate whatever you want. Okay. If you don't have a Canva subscription, at the very least, you need a Canva subscription. That alone, you could just type out the lyrics to your song and have it play. You can do that. Like I think Instagram does it automatically now. But if you don't want to do it as well, you can actually get your friends, family, your fans to make the videos for you. If you can say, hey, here's my new song, I dropped it. Everybody post the dance that you want for this video, and I'll repost it in my stories. Everybody hops on that when they get reposted by an artist. You can do that too. You can utilize your fans to do it for you because they feel that you're using them and listening to them, and they feel, slightly famous too. If Asia told me right now, Alex, I really liked your interview, but I want to name drop you in a song real quick, I'm a fangirl scream. Okay, I'm gonna be all over there, and I'm gonna tell all my friends to come over and watch her shout my name out for 2.5 seconds. And all of a sudden, she got new followers. That's how you want to do it. You want to reel them in with multiple facets of things until you get comfortable. And what happens, the more people you get, I'm gonna say genuine people because some people are creepy. You start to feel more comfortable. The reason you don't feel comfortable because you're like you think nobody wants what you have to offer. You think, man, somebody already did that, so I ain't gonna do it. Yes, you are. Any dumb question you think that you can answer it because somebody's never heard the answer and somebody might hear it from you first. Never think about why she putting out basic information. Then it wasn't for them. It's for somebody else who don't know the basic information.
For real.
That's what you want. So,
yeah, that's really good information. I think we all can take a lot away from what you said. Wow, it's been an amazing interview. Alexandria, we want to give you another round of applause. And thank you so much for being here. I hope that our audience can really take a lot away from what you said, giving us education tonight. But
yeah, I think Alex was definitely the definition of beyond the rhythm. So
yeah,
we appreciate you coming on.
Definitely. So Alexandria, as we close, why don't you let everybody know how they can contact you, how they can find you online?
Okay, you can find me on Teals Gold or at Teals_Gold. That's my business page, but I'm on there the most. My regular page is finally_legendary because it used to be soon to be legendary. And I'm laughing because one of my friends was like, change that soon to be to finally. You're already there. So we're going to speak it into existence. And I'm going to use this moment to encourage you guys to do the best that you can. Not just the best that you can, but the best that you want for your life. You dope AF, don't let nobody tell you different. Make sure you make the best decisions, put some research in, and curate your own circle. That is what I'm gonna tell you guys. But those are the two ways you can get in contact with me, through DMs and just friend. I think both of the pages are public, so go ahead and check it out.
Great.
All right.
Thanks again for gracing us tonight with your presence and your information. And we want to tell everybody thanks for joining tonight, and we hope to catch you next time.
Thank you.